Conforming and gatekeepers. That's what I'd like to talk about now. Gatekeepers. Who are the gatekeepers? Who are the gatekeepers in your life? Who are the gatekeepers in your community, at your kids' schools, at the rec, at the Virgin Active, the health club, wherever you go, your religion, your church, wherever you go, there are gatekeepers. So what is a gatekeeper? Well, I think a gatekeeper is pretty much, if you think about like the nightclub days, man, they're the bouncers and the managers at the door, that you go there, and if you don't conform to their specifics of their kind of clientele, you don't go in. Like in the old days, wearing tackies, wearing jeans even in some places, quite crazy. And no, you don't go inside. You don't rumble and moor each other inside, and that was fine, but just don't come in tackies or jeans. Golf courses, girls with mini skirts, which made sense, was a bit of a bummer, but anyway, yeah. Gatekeepers. And what do gatekeepers do? They make us conform, don't they? We have to conform to certain looks, stereotypes, or behaviour. Now, this is all well and good in clubs and recreation centres and stuff, but in life and in our world, who are the gatekeepers in your life? I mean, just think about that. In work, the gatekeepers at who you work for, your bosses, your staff, they're the gatekeepers as well, because they define almost or expect you to behave in a certain way and conform to the expectations, to win their trust, allegiance, loyalty. And your boss the same thing. At the school, you go to your kid's school, and you've got to be like one of the dads. You've got to go, you stand there and you shout for your kids, which is cool. But there is a sense of conforming, and there's a different sense of conformity then of the high-performing kids and the low-performing kids. I mean, the jocks turn around, in the soccer club and the rugby club and these guys. They see themselves as socially elite and the gatekeepers of their status. That is what everyone, those are the team. And then we are told when we're young, we are special, we are different, we are unique, one of a kind. And we start growing till about 6 or 7, and then we go to little schools, and then we're told, hey, become part of the team. You've got to fit in, Don't stick out. Why do you always have to be different? And this must have some kind of dissonance, surely. And then we get back out of that, and we get into the workplace. We've got to play in a team, and then to actually win and become really successful, become the entrepreneur, we've got to be unique and different. My God, it's complicated, eh? Gatekeepers and conforming. Surely it makes sense to conform to yourself. You conform to what makes you happy. As long as you're not hurting anyone or impacting negatively on anyone else's life with the intent of hurting them, then it's cool. Does that mean you run around, you'll never actually impact negatively on each other's lives? Well, that's a little bit naive, don't you think? I mean, if you think of life as a seesaw, isn't it? You give here and you take there. And this is what happens in life. Someone wins, someone loses. There has to be. Is it losing? No, it's part of the game of life. But conforming, for the case of conforming, we've just had the whole pandemic, which had the world conforming to vaccines. Well, one thing, I don't know if we know that they don't cure. We don't know they don't prevent, because people who have been vaccinated are still getting COVID. I know 2 people right now that have got COVID. They were told 3 days ago, and they've had all the boosters, everything. So the vaccine is not preventing, it's not curing, and it's not stopping you from getting passing on. Well, then what was the purpose? So we all conform to the opinion that was thrown away from fringe groups on the left to the right, to the top, to the bottom, scientists, priests, religious. Everyone came in and we conformed our opinion to, well, what's everyone else doing? Now, what it is. And what do? They use the media. That's how you gatekeepers make you conform. They manipulate media and opinion. And everyone rushed out and got knowing. So many people knew that it doesn't cure and it doesn't prevent. And you could still get it. And you could still pass it on. I don't get what the purpose then was. It escapes me. Why would you have it? Just so you got the little blue certificate, which is actually a database, isn't it? That the whole world is thrown into this database and conformed that we are now part of a smart technology database. For those that were enjoying it. Did I do or not? Not saying. Make your own. You can decide yourself. But this conforming, then it came the war. Now we've got the Ukraine. Everyone sits in, well, the West conforms to the West, and the Russians are bad guys, and the Russians are hearing all the West is bad guys, and no side is allowed to see the media from the other side, and even aeroplanes are missing. Russian aeroplanes stick to them in China, and Americans stick to Europe and the States, and fuck, what a zoo. We've got Zakala, apartheid, the cyber curtain is up and pumping. And we're conforming our opinions to not say, what's the deal? Oh, so now the Russians are wrong. Of course they're wrong. They're the fucking out there mooring the cuck out of Ukraine. And they're bad. Now they want rubles for their oil. And they are not going to sell their grain to the European, and they're not going to give their power. That's wrong. That's not expected. It's a war, for God's sake, eh? Not lacquer. But this is the point. It's not this war. It's a war, for fuck's sakes. War is not lacquer. All these wars, America's wars and NATO's war. Well, NATO sits like a chicken behind America, doesn't it? But all of these wars for democracy are wars. People get killed. Just now, our side is getting killed. Well, the West's side. So now it's cuck. And we conform to that opinion, not asking that those people that are dying there, and the people that died in Libya, and the people that died in Iraq, and the people that died in Nicaragua, and the people that died in that bloody detention center in those victims of war against ideology, destabilizing the states. We do not a danger to society. These acts are. Eh? I mean, the big boys that are running around doing this, manipulating prices, fucking up stock exchanges, getting people, knowing that people are dying, pushing it. And we conform to that. There's something drastically wrong with that mindset. Start thinking of conforming to your opinion of how to make your life and the world a better place. I think that's where we should start. Not conforming to a bunch of oligarchs that call oligarchs and backwards and forwards and Nazis. And yeah, guys, let's make these people grow up, because they're supposed to be representing our opinion and our rights. And they're doing it so wrong, man. Yeah, have a lucky day. Bye.